What's up, everyone? Welcome to Let Me Nourish You with Empress
I want to tell you, Johnny.
and it's been a little while. We missed you. Uh, the week before last. Where you been? Tell.
And y'all know, man, my fault people, just a little under the weather. Couldn't really, talk too much. I think I had strep throat, so I'm feeling healthy now. So I'm glad to be back. Missed the week before, so I'm glad to be back.
Glad you back. Glad you back. How you feeling?
I'm feeling real good, feeling real healthy. Anytime you get sick, you're like, dang, man, I just can't wait to get you just whatever's hurting, you try to remember when it wasn't hurting. Like, dang, man, like I couldn't really swallow, couldn't really eat. Like, dang, I remember when it was like to eat, man. So I'm just glad to be back to normal. I always put your health number one. So, just taking care of myself every day. Otherwise, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great.
Okay, that's good to
How are
hear.
you feeling?
I'm feeling renewed. I'm feeling better than I was yesterday. I'm grateful always. Ready to get into our conversation for today.
For sure.
Um, let's go ahead and take our breath. You ready?
Let's get it.
So, okay. Oh, first of all, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and get y'all some healing tea, a smoothie. If you want a little wine, that's cool. Get you a little wine. You know what I'm saying? I like a little Merlot, the color of my lips. Yeah, and we're gonna take our breath and we're gonna get into these conversations.
Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm ready.
Okay, close your eyes, everyone. Oh yeah, also water. I know I was forgetting something. I'm missing another liquid, water.
Of course.
But
Need good water.
all right, everyone, close your eyes and just notice your breath. Thank yourself for just even showing up right now for a moment, just to be present with yourself. And then on the next inhale, you're going to take a deep breath in for a count of 4. And then as soon as you hit 4, you're going to exhale through your nose for a count of 4 as well. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do it 2 more times. And when you're ready, just wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and flutter your eyes open gently. Namaste.
That always makes me feel good. That always makes me feel good.
I'm glad. You looked really relaxed.
Definitely. Definitely.
All right, so we're gonna get into a little bit in the paint right now. If y'all don't know what in the paint is, Johnny, can you please explain to them what in the paint is?
In the paint, you know what I mean? It's a page, Empress, I came up with the idea, we're gonna follow basketball and local basketball too around the city because I was around the town and they was doing well they still doing it, but the AEBL summer leagues, all the summer leagues we talk about that. But mainly, talk about the NBA, and going there and bring good entertainment while we delivering you the sports or basketball news.
Yeah, because it's my dog. He knows what's up. But we about to
For
get a little
sure.
in the paint because it's summertime. It's time to the news is coming in. We getting ready for football preseason. I've been asking niggas. I'm like, when preseason start? Well, I mean, when start? But that's a nice word though, preseason instead of preseason. Preseason. I'm about to start calling it preseason. But yeah, I didn't know they doing start in August. I don't know why I felt like it be feeling like it be starting in June and stuff. But anyways, that's when it come up. But I seen some NBA news pop up on my Bleacher Report notifications that kind of caught my eye. So I just wanted to see how you felt, get your opinion, and all those great things. So I'm gonna give you three things happening in the NBA right now, and I just want you to give me your opinion on it for 60 seconds. But you got a timer?
I got one right here.
All right, so you're gonna do the time. You're gonna do the timing yourself.
All right, let's get it.
All right, so when I say the first one, just hit the timer, okay?
Gotcha.
Okay. All right. First one. Rudy Gobert going to the Timberwolves.
I think it was a good move for the Timberwolves. It was a weird move, but obviously this indicates to me that the Jazz are rebuilding. Now I'll be interested to see what they do with Donovan Mitchell. See like if he's going to get traded, if they're gonna try to rebuild in Utah. Because I don't know what the Jazz got going on. I guess they're rebuilding. They coached that down, whatever. But the Timberwolves, I think it was a move that they needed, but I don't think it's a move that put them over the top. Rudy Gobert is a good defender, but I think at times he becomes a liability in the playoffs because he's not truly able to switch and guard guards on the pick and roll and switch out and guard perimeter players for at least 5 seconds. He gets blown by, and then when they put a shooting big, he becomes a liability because he just gives up threes because all he do is sit in the paint. So, I think it was a good move, and I'm just interested to see what happens next. I think the Jazz got another move in them. I hear that timer. Yeah, I hear that timer right on time.
Hey, now you had the perfect fucking
Right on time.
my nigga. That was really elite. Oh
Right
shit.
on time.
Okay. Oh man, that was exciting. I love that little best there. That was like really official. I feel like we really on the sports network right now. Period. Okay.
Tell you.
You ready for the second one?
That's good.
All right. Katie requesting a trade. And I
Oof.
heard Kyrie was too. I ain't even looked that one up yet.
Oof. But I don't like the move from KD. I think it's a little. I mean, I thought the move to go to state was weak. I think this week too. Um, he just signed a 4-year deal with his team, and then I don't know. Now we don't know all the facts what's going on with the Brooklyn Nets, but for him to request a trade after the saga with Kyrie, it doesn't look good. I mean, you can kind of see Kyrie is coming. They already had their back and forth. So I kind of expected Kyrie. So if Kyrie was leaving, you knew KD was going to want to leave too. So I think that's pretty much what's going on here. But it'll be interesting to see where both of them land. I think Kyrie's going to LA, and I have no idea where KD's going. I would love him to come to my Atlanta house, but I'm not sure where KD's going or how that's going to work out. But I'm very interested to see how that works out coming out of Brooklyn. So.
My dog. Speaking of the Atlanta Hawks, you ready for the third one?
Let's get it.
DeJounte Murray going to the motherfucking Hawks.
Yes, sir. I love it. This is the move that we needed. This is the exact weakness that we had, and he feels it in abundance. The man averages 21, 9, and 8. He can handle the ball. He can play off the ball. And more importantly, he's an elite defender. That's exactly what we need on this team. I think it puts everybody back in place. Now we'll see how DeAndre Hunter can develop. See if he can be a solid player. Hopefully they stay pat with John Collins. I don't want John Collins to leave. I think he's a good piece. But I think the move was amazing. I think it was very well needed. I think he's exactly what we needed, and I'm excited to see how the backcourt pairing with Trae Young gonna look. Good night. I see the Hawks. We'll see what moves they make, but I see them as a top 3 seed in the East for sure.
That shit official. I love it. I love it. I love it. But I went to look at some of his highlights, and I'm just like, bro, like just like you said, in abundance, that nigga, he can steal if he wants to. He is a great perimeter shooter. That nigga be in the paint. Like that nigga is great with assists.
Pun
Like that
intended.
nigga really perfect. That nigga, yeah.
Because he just be picking stuff apart, you know what I mean? He be picking passes all. He'll take it from you too now, though.
Mm-hmm.
And while you dribbling, you handling it, you better be secure. 'Cause he'll rip you.
His handles and his spins are crazy too, though. Like that
He's a
nigga
good
really is
player.
just call him.
He,
That nigga really just I fuck with it.
he
But
a good player, man. I'm definitely getting me a merch jersey for
you
sure.
feel me? Like that's the type of
Definitely getting,
energy he carries. Like niggas need that.
definitely
But no,
getting a
I feel
merch
like
jersey.
that's a big three move right there. Like John Collins, Trey, and DeJounte. Like I feel like that's gonna be beautiful to watch.
Yeah, my key player is DeAndre Hunter. That's if he can.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, he's nice. He's nice.
I'm gonna
He
watch
just
his
keep getting
highlights.
hurt.
Thing when we get off.
You said what, DeAndre Hunter?
Oh, DeAndre Hunter. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Okay. Well,
look
I
him
didn't
up.
even.
Look him up. Look him up. You don't like him.
I feel like I might know who he is, but I don't like. I only would know him by face. But
Right. I
he on the
mean,
Hawks. How long he been on the Hawks?
I think he's going into his 4th year.
Ooh.
Yeah. And yeah, he's still young. He's still young.
Okay. That was fun. You
That
ready?
was fun. Good segment. Good segment.
Hmm.
That was a good segment right there. I like that. That was fun.
Yeah. Facts. All right. And y'all don't be motherfucking joining me because I still be learning as I go. You feel me? But in the paint with one take Johnny and one take Empress.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, Ski. All right, you ready to dive into the topic?
Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm ready.
Are you ready for this? I feel like I
Hmm.
haven't talked to you. Well, I talked to you the other day, but not long. But I feel like I haven't had a conversation with you in a minute.
Definitely, definitely.
Monogamy and polyamory. How do you feel?
I'll just jump right into it. Okay. um, I feel like I remember when you told me, when you first brought it up, you said it in the action. I'm like, in terms of what? So I'm gonna have to ask for the people. In terms of what? How do I feel about it? Because
According.
it's a lot of avenues, you know, a lot of areas to cover in this topic. I feel like so.
Well, today we're talking about in our personal lives,
Not personalized.
in our
Okay.
personal perspectives, and if we would apply monogamy or polyamory or both, or what our mindsets or our mind shifts have been on the two. Like, what do you ultimately want, though? What do you ultimately desire? What are you working towards?
Okay. Um. Well, I personally, I'm working towards monogamy. I like the thought of finding your person and riding off into the sunset, so to speak, with that person. But I do know, life ain't that simple, or life ain't. It's a lot of perspectives, and it's a lot of ways you can view certain things. And for me, I just value monogamy because obviously this is in ways this is the times that we're in right now. We're in a monogamous time. It's really frowned upon to be polygamous as far as the general perspective of the two. But as far as what I want for my life, I prefer monogamy for my life.
Have you ever tried polyamory?
Well, I feel like kind of as a dude, you kind of engage in it naturally, truthfully. I feel like, hey, not even just as a dude, as people in general. Females do it too. So I feel like naturally everybody has engaged in it, just not in the level of where it's like, hey, we all know and we all in the same house type shit, like shit you might see on TV. But in essence, like if you're a dude, you're talking to multiple women and you're courting multiple women, in essence, you're kind of engaging in polygamous relationships. Whether or not like you realize it or not, but that's kind of in essence the same thing. You just haven't fully like, hey, this is girlfriend one, this is girlfriend two, and you meet girlfriend one and you meet girlfriend two, type shit where it became an agreement. So I think in essence I've experienced with it, you know, to a certain degree. And I think it could take a toll on a certain person, you know, having to maintain different people and different emotions because everybody has emotions that needs their needs tended to. And as a person, as a human being, as a man, are you able to tend to these emotions all the time and then still do the shit that you feel like you need to do? You know what I'm saying? As far as where you need to be emotionally to attack your goals, bring the money home. Because for one, you can't even be in no polygamous relationship or anything of that nature if you ain't got no money. Like, let's just be real. So you got to have some type of attraction about yourself anyway, because multiple women wouldn't want you if you're not, whatever the standard is for that woman to want. Like you making a little money or you're fit or smart, whatever adjectives that a certain group of women would like. So I think that naturally we engage in it, and I think for me, I think it takes a toll on on me emotionally and as a person. So that's pretty much it. Pretty much it.
Okay, thank you for answering those questions. I wanted to have two different perspectives. Um, well, yeah, I thought it would be good for us to discuss, being that you're a masculine, I'm a feminine, and we provide those perspectives to the community. Um, I guess that wraps up my questions. But
All right, because I wanted to bounce some back there. I wanted to get all your questions in first.
okay, go ahead.
Nah, I want to hear the people. The people want to hear your thoughts. Monogamy and polygamy as well. What do you want? Go ahead and state that. What do you want, or which do you prefer?
Monogamy.
Monogamy, and why do you prefer monogamy?
I prefer monogamy because I really just the love the idea of building with one being. I love the idea of growing with one being. Like I love the whole idea of like having that other half that
Mm-hmm.
you know we our masculine and our feminines they just fit one another. It's like a piece to a puzzle. Um and I also just from things I've been reflecting on lately, um honestly, it's just natural for me to want to be monogamous, to desire monogamy. And also for me, I'm someone who always loves a challenge. I don't believe certain things, like if it's easy for me to get certain things, like that takes the fun out of things, and that takes to me, it takes the spark out of things. Like, so it's like I hear a lot of beings say, um, like what I can't get from this person, I can get from that person. But I'm just like, that just sounds lazy to me. Like, in no shade to anybody, because I have homies who are polyamorous and all that, and I admire and I respect how polyamorous relationships like genuinely work. I've been like, I be on blogs a lot. Like I be on Reddit and shit. So I be reading people's experiences all the time, and I just love all the different perspectives. So it just really depends on how serious or like how seriously you actually take polyamory and just relationships in general. But it's just like I don't want to be able to go to anybody. Like, why can't this being and I like really figure out a way to co-create and make things work for us? Like, yeah, that's just a lie. And then on a sexual, I know everyone doesn't have like sex with their partners in these relationships, but I don't have the desire to be I don't have the desire to emotionally or sexually deal with multiple people at all. I am enough on my own. Another person is enough. And then, you know, I'm going to have a big family, hella children. Those are other beings to tend to bring life into, to speak life into. That's a whole another responsibility in itself as well. Um, I just believe that I was made to really grow with one being ultimately and continue to find ways to love that person, love that being. Like love is it's an action. It's an action. It's a commitment. You know. So I've just been learning a lot this past year, really these past 6 months, like just about what relationships really are, and they're hard. I've known them to always be hard, but well, challenging, should I say? But you really know if you if you you just know, because it gets really challenging and you really have to grow for yourself, you feel me, which is beautiful and I love it. Like, it's just beautiful. But I definitely see myself growing old with one being doing friendship and making money and changing the world and birthing babies and growing fruits and vegetables and herbs. Somewhere ducked off, far, far away. Off the motherfucking grid. But yeah, I had
All
a.
right, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I did have a phase, like probably like last year, where I really thought that I was open to polyamory, but I think I was just hurt and sick of shit.
Now, so do you think one person could love two people at the same time?
Of course,
In the same way and want the same things from each person?
I just think I just think in that situation, you are confused and should take a step back and give yourself space and time to really evaluate the whole situation, the other beings involved, and yourself. And because a lot of what I've analyzed throughout, especially my 20s with these type of situations, is that everybody is so greedy and people just want what they want. And I'm gonna do my best not to do gender roles, because I really am not really fond of the gender roles, but I know I can get on it if I'm talking about this type of shit. So I'm gonna do my best to maturely speak. Hold me accountable, please, if I slip up. But um everyone just wants that instant gratification, and there's also a lack of self-reflection, a lack of shadow work, a lack of really discovering oneself. Um, but I pray and I trust that, as time goes and things, people are able to get into it themselves. And if they still choose to, of course, that's their life. If they, can have those same types of feelings for multiple beings and, navigate through them and everything works out peacefully, great. Um, for me, personally speaking, I'm saying yes. I do feel like someone can love two people the same way, but sometimes I feel like there might be it's some type of like, I don't know. I feel like it could be some type of blockage. I can't even really make the words for it, but maybe one day it'll come to me and maybe I can have better words. But something to me, I just feel like there is a blockage within that one team. And then from my experience in the past, like, to me, it's just like you want your cake and you want to eat it too. That's from my personal experience. But I forgot what I was about to say. What were you about to say?
What was I about to say?
Yeah.
No, I'm listening to you.
Um. Oh, for me personally, nah. I can't love two people the same way and want the same shit from them. Like, and I know that for a fact just based off my life. Because I could literally sit here and pick and choose. Oh yeah, this would be my man. This would be my man. This would be my boyfriend number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want that. Like, I don't want that. And to me, it's just like, why? Like, why can't I just keep these friendships and keep them platonic and allow them to still help me flourish with, like, I don't see myself being in romantic or sexual relationships with just anybody just because I love them, should I say. But maybe that's a part of me just doing my own work on myself. I don't know. Well, I do know, for me personally. Bro, so yeah, I can't love two niggas and want the same shit from them. I want one nigga and yes, my nigga. What
So
about
that
you?
do I be as far as what? What was the question? Do I think two people could love each other? A person can love two people at the same time?
And want the same thing from, and what has that been like in your experience?
Well, before I answer, I gotta backtrack to why I asked the question because it goes into the polygamy part of the relationship. If a man has several wives, do he love them all the same? So that's kind of why I asked that question. It's like, do that person love all his wives the same if he is in a polygamy relationship?
Yeah, once it's past two, that shit just doesn't, like, two is sacred to me.
All
A
right,
pair is sacred to me.
all right.
Like, I just don't see me. I don't know. Is it a lot of lust? But I be hearing a lot of bullshit with these people who be honestly, and Lord forgive me if I'm being judgmental. I just hear honestly on some real shit though. I be hearing just bullshit that be coming out of people's mouths. Like, polyamory is just an excuse to be a certain way, and it's like I feel like polyamory can be abused. Like, and I feel like there's a lot of beings out here who you know who seriously are intentional with polyamory and don't use it as just an excuse or a way to,
Have a lot of women or something like that.
or have a lot of women, have a lot of men, have a lot of
Feed
partners.
their ego.
Right, exactly. Yo, literally, exactly. Like, that's literally what. Oh my goodness. Yes, literally. It's just like an ego. It's a void filler and an ego thing with a lot of beings. So I can't really. I don't try to get too much into it because that ain't my motherfucking life. So I ain't pretending none of that for
But to answer your question though, I think a person love two people at the same time. I think yeah and no, kind of a little bit what you said. I think that person may be confused a little bit, you know, and but I feel like because you can love multiple people, in what ways do you love people? Like you may love people to an extent. Like you could love a person as a friend, But it's something that you won't do for your friends and a person that you will call your lover. You see what I'm saying? So I think it's different dynamics to how you love somebody and the way you love a person. So you may love somebody to a deep extent, and you may be in love with that person, another person, but you're right, it could come off as lust. Maybe you just like how that person look, or maybe you just like things that have nothing to do with who that person is, and it's just like, you know what I mean. But then that's not really love. So I think I think it can. I think you can, but I don't think as far as a true lover, I think that's hard to do. To truly love somebody in a lover type of fashion at the same time. But at that point, I feel like emotionally you'll just forever be torn apart. You'll never be one person emotionally like you would need to be if you're dealing with one person. You always be half in, 1 foot out type shit. So I think it's complicated, but I don't think one person can love the same person. I mean, two different people the same way, the same exact way as far as being a lover to a person. Somebody gonna get the short end of the stick.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna get the short end.
And I also feel like there's a lot of beings out there who accept that from others, and they truly don't want that. But they feel like that's the best that they can get love. They feel like this is the only person that can love them or they can love. And if you are listening and this resonates with you, regardless if it's in relation to polyamorous relationships or just a relationship in general or whatever you're growing through, like just know that you are worth so much more. Like even right now, if you are in a happy state, you are worth so much more, and others are worth so much more too. So it's always like there is always room for constant like space and growth to just um of just knowing your worth and respecting other people's worth, making other people feel worthy. Um, but yeah, like don't settle for shit and fuck what anybody else gotta say. What they gonna say that you're gonna be single forever or this and that. Like you have standards, you have values, you have principles, you have morals. Sometimes you will fall short of yourself. Sometimes you might feel like you're doing too much. Sometimes you might have phases where you don't want to have any standards and morals and you just want to fucking have this experience. Do what you do, just do it safely. And just how are you loving yourself in every moment? If that means you want to go test the fucking waters, test the fucking waters, but safely, okay? Yeah, I'm just saying, be mindful and know your worth and act on your worth. And yes, you're worthy. You just that it takes work though. For you to act on your own worth takes work. So don't we can't just be going around here like I'm worthy, this and that, and everybody just the world revolves around you. No, you have to put in the work in order for the world to divinely revolve around you. You feel what I'm saying? Um, yeah. Always put in that work. Because without the work, the inside work, none of this shit matters. And that song, Let Me Nourish You.
Definitely, that's a let me nurse your staple right there. You can't even do relationships if you don't do the work.
Everything though.
I'm telling you, you can't do relationships if you don't do the work. You know what I mean? You're only as good as somebody as you is yourself. So, gotta remember that.
Do you feel like once a cheater, always a cheater?
Mm-mm. No, no, I don't. No, I don't. Yep, I'm here for my cheaters. I know some cheaters that look at let me nourish you. I'm gonna stand for y'all. I'm gonna stand for y'all. No, mm-mm. That
Explain.
was a one-time offense. Maybe a two-time, maybe a three-time,
Okay.
but the
Okay.
isolated events. The isolated events. Because all right, but in all seriousness, the reason why I say that because character is not a stagnant thing. You know what I'm saying? If even if you are a person that say, "Oh, cheating is a character trait," like okay, but can you not? If you could say it's a character trait, but you could say other character traits could be worked on. Ain't that a character trait that could be worked on? you could change character, not full character, but character traits. They could be worked on. If you're not patient, you can work on being patient. If you're a liar, you can work on being honest. You know what I mean? People change, so I won't subscribe to that from my fellow cheaters out there. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not a cheater, but I know. Let me nourish you. They come from cheating to let me nourish you to get better. So it's a
Come
healing
through
space.
with the good word, Johnny.
It's a healing space. So you know what I mean? Come on, cheaters. Come on. You're welcome.
Come learn how to be faithful. Come learn how to tap into your divine so you're not wanting from all these different energies.
Exactly.
Come learn how to appreciate the beauty of another woman or another man without feeling like you want to get up in it. Okay? Okay? Outwardly
Exactly.
and inwardly. Love who you chose to grow with. Love who you know that if you lose them.
Tell you. I had to bring that in.
Babe, I was just about to ask you, have you ever been a cheater?
All right. I said I had one relationship and I did cheat on her. But that was high school, so that don't really count.
Mm.
So yeah,
I
I
don't
was a
see
cheater.
I don't see you being a cheater though.
I'm not a cheater. I
Like
don't
actually
really.
knowing you as like, well, to the extent of which I know you.
Definitely, yeah, I'm not. And that's not me just saying it just to say it because I'm on the podcast.
Oh.
Like, I ain't really into that.
But y'all make sure y'all treat my nigga Johnny right out there. Y'all ain't gonna be out here playing with my friend.
10.
Real shit. But is there anything else you wanted to add to this podcast episode, Mr. Johnny?
Everybody just stay true to yourself, man. Stay true to your process. That's pretty much it. I know I gotta leave out with a one liner, a couple liners. But just stay true to yourself, stay true to your process, man. The right people will come along.
I would be speaking. That nigga deep.
Yeah, I mean, that'll be on my heart, man. That's be on my heart.
And the people love us out here.
I know, man. You were telling me
Real
last week.
shit.
You're like, man, I missed a couple calls down bad, so I couldn't really talk.
It was all that, but it makes sense because all the love was just vibrationally and spiritually flowing to you. You ain't even know.
Right, facts.
Niggas was
That's
putting
real.
good vibes of you in the air, bro. People you don't even know.
That's facts. That's facts. That's love right there. That mean a lot.
Yeah.
So
If
everybody
you fucking
supporting
with
out there. I
fucking
appreciate y'all.
if Empress fuck with you, niggas know what's up.
Stamped. My bad, y'all. Y'all ain't have to see that. Y'all ain't have to see me be lame.
Listen, be true to yourself.
Nah, I just said that to her.
You just said that shit.
I was being true, you know what I mean? Had to put a little dad joke in there.
It's okay. It's okay. All right, y'all. Well, stay true to yourself. Stop being a cheater. And keep discovering yourself.
Definitely.
Turn that pain into purpose. I'm being for real, y'all. I need to go because I'm not taking anything.
But before we get off rails,
But sometimes, I be up here crying and shit.
I'm telling they get the raw. They get the raw now. They get the raw.
They don't even know. If they don't know, they don't know. They don't know how such a blessing it is to have me in your life. Not just yours. I'm talking about my people.
Not fast.
But it's Cancer season, so I'm feeling myself. Birthday 7-11, you know what I'm saying?
On
What's going on?
OTW.
What I'm talking about. Then after that, Leo season come up. I got big Leo energy too. You feel what I'm saying? Cause you know that's a dominant sign in my motherfucking chart. So it's up. Fuck all that humble shit. Peace and
Fuck
blessings.
it.
Namaste. Take a deep breath. Stretch your body, stretch your mind.